Hey, this is Brittany from What's Next to Success, and it is a beautiful Tuesday evening. I hope you all are doing great out there. I trust the universe is providing you with everything that you need. So I first want to give thanks to the universe and nature for giving us this lovely background, because I just really love enjoying this space here. And I wanted to share it with you all on this video. So I decided to do tonight's video outside. So what better place to do it than in my backyard and enjoying you all on this video. So tonight's topic is going to be accountability. And before I jump in, I want to remind you all of What's Next mission statement is. And we are out here to help, to partner with individuals We are out here to partner with individuals to help them to create more financial wealth for their families. So very specifically, we are on a mission to partner with individuals in transition to achieve high level of socioeconomic status in areas of income, education, and self-love. So again, my name is Brittany, and I created What's Next to Success about a year ago. It's actually been in the making for some years. It's been in the thought planning mode, and I launched it approximately about a year and a half ago. And I've just been flowing with it. So I don't remember the exact date, but that's for a whole nother time. That's really not important. So tonight's topic is going to be accountability. So back to what we do here at What's Next. We are partnering with people that want to do the work, to help them provide a safer place and a healthier, more financially stable place and life for themselves and their families. So we want to make money, y'all. We want to keep... Oh, wrong side. I like this side. I don't think money should have any faces on it, but that's for a whole nother video. So I like to always look at this side, just because there's not an individual on there. There's trees and other things that are more important to me. So I like to always focus on this side. Yeah, because some things are created and it just is what it is. So you just decide what you want to attach yourself to and what you don't. So that's a good segue into our topic. So because we want to help individuals make money, there's steps that's got to come from that, because my focus is I would love to help everyone. However, I didn't come from all different types of places. I came from the inner city lifestyle in Atlantic City, New Jersey. Prostitution, drugs, everything. Everything, you name it. Murders, people in my life killed, all of that. Dirty, grimy stuff that we are subjected to when we grow up in those type of environments. And I want to say on this video that of all the crazy things that I've been through and done and experienced, I'm super grateful that there's another side. But the journey to get from that side to this side, there's steps that you have to take. You could stay on that side and keep going back and forth to jail, keep putting your kids through suffering. They grow up, they're not talking to you. Keep putting yourself in these situations, right, where you could be murdered. Your kids can be murdered. Your loved ones can die, and you don't get to go and see them because you're in jail, etc., etc. You're on food stamps, which I was super grateful for. And I'm also going to tell you that I'm super grateful not to be on food stamps no more. I respect the journey, but there's steps that along the way that you have to get through. I respect the journey. I'm super grateful for all of these things that came to me that I was able to use as assistance to get me to where I am today. And that's not just financially. I mean, the ultimate goal is to make money and to have a righteous soul. So if that's your goal, then continue on watching my videos, because my goal is this, and to have a righteous soul and to help inspire others the way I've been inspired along my way to choose different, just to choose different. So I really, really felt like I needed to get on this video tonight and just get this out, because this is one of my healthy ways to release the energy built up inside of me when it becomes negative, and when I get angry at stuff that I'm seeing in my face that I wish I could just snap my fingers and change. So instead of me putting that energy out there in a negative way, I choose that can end me up with losing my business, losing my job, or whatever it is that you may lose. I choose to take that energy and put that into my videos and my work, and to help with the service part. See, that's what my soul says, that there is a part of me that is supposed to serve others, right? And I'm not really the individual that is gonna be like on a face-to-face with people every single day outside of the salon business. I feel like this is a good platform for me to be able to get the messages out there. So instead of me going crazy trying to meet with individuals, and scheduling and everything, I could get on here and jump on here and give y'all a message, and it can reach a bunch of people at one time, which is super awesome. Sidebar, you shouldn't do nothing else on social media but inspire others and promote your businesses. And if you got something to sell, and it's not harming nobody, you should do that. You shouldn't be on here doing all the back and forth and everything that's on here, but that's another video. So since we want to make money and we want to have a righteous soul, and you coming from the hood, from the ghetto, from the projects, from the inner city, from wherever, even if you coming from the suburbs and you had some adversity over in that situation, or you've been in jail, you've been in a domestic violence relationship, and you trying to get from one area of your life to the other. You see it. You see that there's somewhere else, or maybe you don't see it. You heard about it, because I know when I was in the midst of all of that, I didn't know that there was another side. And that sounds crazy, but I didn't know that. I grew up from birth to when I was afforded the opportunity to go to jail and get the choice of, did I want to live or die? And I chose life. So I empowered myself and looked at my jail opportunity as my jail part of my journey as a blessing to myself. And I got the choice of whether I wanted to live or die. So this world out here and everything that's going on is, you just got to choose in your heart. Do you want to live or die? It's black or white. And I'm not talking about race. It's no gray area. It's, do you want to live? And that can mean live, physically live here on the earth, and spiritually live. Or do you want to die? You could be walking around and be dead inside. So I'm not really talking about 6 feet under dead or ashes and, you sharing with your family dead. I'm talking about that too. Do you want to die that way too? But I'm also talking about, do you want to live? Do you want to live? And I'm not speaking about nothing that I haven't had to deal with myself. I was a mess, and I had a lot of fun being a mess. And I'm going to just tell you, I had a lot of fun being a mess. And right here, I'm sitting here before you super grateful, because I've actually overcame some crazy shit in my life, even recently, to where I'm getting to this point to where I want to be on this video. And that's another story. But I will say that I've made the decision to be totally transparent no matter what I say as far as my past goes, but being respectful to others and their beliefs, and still being the kind, loving person that I am most of the time. Let's just be honest. And, just try to inspire others and just share my gift, because I'm comfortable with myself. I've gotten to the point where I feel like I have gifts, and shout out to you if you see this video. I seen a Facebook message that you, Miss Michelle Mosley, I seen a Facebook post that you posted earlier about that you're not being humble no more, that that you've had a gift. I'm probably going to tag you in the in the comments down below. But thank you for that message, because you don't have to be humble. Now, you should be kind, and you should be humble as far as not being building yourself up to the point where you're mean to people or you're looking down on people. But don't be humble about your gifts. Try to, keep it protected. Protect your gifts. But you should share your gifts, because you know what? I feel like that you were given these gifts, and I was given these gifts because we're supposed to use them for the part of our souls and body in the afterworld and in this matrix world, to serve others. Why else would you fucking go through all the shit you went through? Why? So we can have some shit to talk about when we like 80 on how we used to be selling drugs or whatever it is that you used to be doing, or how you was in an abusive marriage, or no, nobody, I feel like we don't go through this stuff just so we can hold on to it. And when you hold on to it, it fucks with your mind and it make you go crazy sometimes. So you have to get to the other side. All right, so reeling back in, because you know I will ramble on. So my intentions for this video is to get a clear-cut, precise message and not to ramble on. So we're going to pull it back. So since we talked about the mission statement, now we're going to talk about accountability. And I'm going to pull up the definition on accountability. So because, and this is not because nobody doesn't know, because when I was transitioning over from jail, I had only known the lifestyle of poor, poverty shit. And, you know, and, yeah, that inner city life. So, not saying that you don't know, like, the definition of accountability, but I'm gonna just say it. I'm gonna always give definitions so we can all just be on the same page and we don't have to think about, like, what it means. So, accountability. Let's look this up. Accountability. Definition. The fact or condition of being accountable. Responsibility. And then it says use it in a sentence, their lack of accountability has corroded. The lack of accountability has corroded public respect. So the public has respect for you or me. And because something happened and I didn't take accountability for the part I played in it, it corroded their respect for me. It corroded their respect for you. So the reason why I wanted to use the word accountability is, and I'm going to keep this on the eye and I'm going to do a little story time and then we're going to move on. When I was arrested for the last time, I have a son. I have a child. And I have a child and I had an apartment and I had a car and I didn't have no money in the bank. And I was in my 20s and I had been doing the street life for a long time before that. And I had been back and forth. I had went back and forth a few times to jail, but was like immediately bailed out. So when I was arrested the last time, because I had always went to jail and got arrested, bailed out, I never really seen the magnitude of my actions. And because I was raised up around other individuals that were solely either poor, struggling, working 3 jobs with a few kids, living on the public assistance, my mother included, and I had a time where I lived in a house where I grew up at. And, you know, some people would be like, oh, that's nice. But it wasn't in the suburbs. We had a park down the street. However, there was activities going on over there. And then when I was old enough, not even old enough, before my time, I was able to go into the city and I was able to engage in other activities like that. So when I went to jail the last time, I wasn't able to come out. I had to go to court and I was either going to go to prison or I was going to go to a treatment program. So I did what a lot of people out there in the street life do. They asked the judge to give them the treatment program. So I had to go that route. And it was on that journey that I learned what accountability is. And none of these videos, I'm going to get this disclaimer probably in every video, I do not feel like I have arrived. I have made decisions that have caused me to have positive outcomes. And I've made decisions on this part of my journey that's caused me to have negative outcomes. However, it ain't like it was before because of decisions that I have made. So it's about accountability and decision making. You have to decide to be accountable for your actions. Now, here's where accountability gets tricky. Because some people don't really understand the word accountability. And they don't really know how to be accountable for their actions.